Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com here at Paycor Stadium, where the Bengals have officially started preparations for Sunday's matchup in Dallas at Jerry World AT&T Stadium against the Cowboys in a battle of 0-1 teams. We're going to get to all of the latest notes, all of the latest conversations as Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor both talked today. JaMarr Chase talked today. There's a viral photo of JaMarr Chase out there that I want to discuss and so much more. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, because we're going to be in Dallas this weekend giving you the best Bengals coverage here on YouTube. And let's dive into, first off, what was last Sunday's game, just a couple of tidbits as we look ahead now to week 2 to the Cowboys. First things first. Today, Joe Burrow, and he sat right here in the chair behind me, as did Zach Taylor. But Joe Burrow, to me, the way he was talking, and we posted the news conference, he almost thought that it was, I don't want to say silly, but he's expecting to bounce back. And he's not, oh, the world is over and I can't believe it. These guys are not panicking. And I got that sense from him. And then I went into the locker room and talked to multiple veterans that are the same way. No one expects Joe Burrow to have 5 turnovers again. No one is expecting this offense to struggle holding onto the football in general. And so that's going to be a big key, I would say, spoiler, to Sunday's game. But they aren't looking at it like, oh, my God, I can't believe we lost to the Steelers. It's like, all right, well, we didn't play well enough, and we shot ourselves in the foot 52 times, and we still had a shot at the end. Let's fix this stuff. Let's clean it up. Let's go to Dallas and get to 1-1. And it was really – and is really that simple. That's the vibe I'm getting from these players, from these guys. Zach Taylor did give a positive update on T. Higgins, and I talked with T a little bit. I'm not going to say he said he was playing or anything like that because I didn't even ask him, because that's not really fair, because he doesn't know. He's not in control of something like that. When you're in concussion protocol, and he's still in concussion protocol, you just have to pass through the protocol. And so far, he's gotten to where they were hoping he would get by this stage of the week, and he did participate in individual drills, was doing some footwork stuff, catching passes, did put a helmet on, and so he gets to go through the install portion, even though he's not competing in the team portion of practice on Wednesday. So good sign for T. Higgins for sure. And overall, this offense, we know it. They have to bounce back. They have to play much better. I think Joe Burrow certainly knows that and expects to play better. JaMarr Chase today, by the way, said he's really excited to play at AT&T Stadium. Talked a little bit about Trevon Diggs as well. That'll be a matchup that a lot of people talk about ahead of this game. And naturally, but JaMarr Chase has gone up against him in the past, has had success against him in college, so we'll see if he can continue that at Jerry World on Sunday. But speaking of Chase, this is what I want to get to. Minkah Fitzpatrick is obviously a pest. He had 14 tackles the other day, had an interception, the pick six, which we saw, the block extra point, I almost said field goal, the block extra point. But something that got lost in the sauce, lost in the shuffle, during the game, I didn't notice it. JaMarr said this happened after his 3rd catch. And Emily Chin of the Associated Press, she was taking photos, the photographer for the Associated Press on Sunday, was able to get this photo, and it went viral. I tweeted about it. A lot of outlets tweeted about it. I wrote about it at allbengals.com. JaMarr Chase with the double bird, and he described it, told writers today that it was a cool picture. Didn't want to talk about the trash talk that had gone on, but I think that's such a fun photo, a hilarious photo, and it's one of those things, one of those photos I think that are 5 years from now, 8 years from now, 10 years from now, and even beyond. When you talk Bengals Steelers, that photo is certainly going to be one that's mentioned, that's discussed, that's talked about. I was talking to a Bengals veteran today, and I'll say on the defensive side of the ball, about JaMarr Chase. And he's like, that dude is a monster. He is a monster. And the thing that he said that Joe Burrow also said up here was, man, could you get him the ball more? Could you find other ways to get him the ball? And I think that part is interesting because JaMarr Chase had 16 targets, and it was an extra quarter of play, essentially, extra 10 minutes of play in overtime. but 16 targets, 10 catches, and was just really dominant. No catch went for longer than 24 yards, but he was just really dominant in the middle of the field, made a lot of plays, beat double teams, scored the touchdown that would have been the game winner. And the vibe in there was, all right, just get that man the ball. So I think it's going to be interesting to see this Sunday how they get him the ball, what they do, where they move him, how they motion him, all of those things, especially if T. Higgins is back. Because you look at this game, this is a game the Bengals cannot afford to lose. They can't afford it. Not at 0-1. You can't go to 0-2. You can't lose to Cooper Rush, who Zach Taylor was very complimentary of, but it's still Cooper Rush. Dak Prescott is out, so Cooper Rush is the backup. He spent a lot of time in Dallas. He knows the system in and out, and that's where Zach praised him. So there's experience there. At the same time, can't happen. So we're going to see. But, and I'm not going to crown it a must-win, and I'll have my prediction later this week and all of those things that we normally have. I'll have another stand-up on Thursday with the latest from Paycor Stadium. But, man, to me, this is a game that they should be able to go out and handle business. They were more talented than the Steelers. They didn't handle business in the first half. They need to go out now and handle business. So we'll see if they're able to do so. But in my opinion, this is a game the Bengals not only should win, they should win it by a lot, and that's pretty rare in today's NFL. Today's video brought to you by Rivertown Inkery and rivertowninkery.com. They brought all of our training camp reports. If you've been on this channel, they were our sponsor for that, and I rock Rivertown Inkery gear. It seems like almost every day now because Doug and his crew do an awesome, awesome job. You're talking about quality apparel. And not just Cincy gear. If you want the Cincy orange and black gear, they have that, of course. Plenty of – they got the White Tiger stuff for you. They got the Tiger Rocks glass that I talk about, the bourbon glasses all the time that I use when Andrew and I are having the bourbon nights. But they also have Cincy gear, other Cincy gear. They have coffee gear. They have mugs. They have glasses. They have all this different stuff. It's quality apparel, locally owned place, and I'm excited to partner with them. So make sure you check them out right now at rivertowninkery.com. Or when you're in town for the Bengals game, maybe that Thursday night game, just go there. They're in Oakley, about 10 minutes from downtown. So for the latest on the Bengals, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell here on YouTube. And for Andrew Fox Miller, our channel coordinator, I'm James Rapien signing off for now, right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk at Paycor Stadium.